Secretary, CPB and OIA, Shri Priya Ranganathanji, members of the Diplomatic Corps, my colleagues from the Ministry of External Affairs, from the Protector General of Immigrants, from other government departments and ministries, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and namaskar. I'm really very glad to address the Human Resource Mobility Forum this afternoon, and I extend my warm welcome to all participants. We are gathered here to deliberate on a very consequential issue of our times, which is skill-based human resource mobility across borders. Now, we all know that the world is undergoing a profound transformation, and as part of that, demographic patterns are changing sharply across continents. Technological innovation is reshaping industries at an unprecedented pace. Artificial intelligence, automation, digitalization, and green transition are also redefining skills that are required for tomorrow's economy. But the challenge of yesteryears also remain with us, be they of health, manufacturing, construction, or agriculture. At the same time, societies are becoming increasingly interconnected, and the ability of nations to think creatively will significantly influence their prospects for future prosperity. So against this backdrop, the moment of talent and skills has acquired increased importance. For much of modern history, economic discussions have centered around trade, investments, and the movement of goods and capital. But now, human resource has emerged as one of the most critical factors of economic development. Countries are increasingly recognizing that access to skilled and adaptable talent is essential for sustaining growth, fostering innovation, and maintaining productivity. In fact, we could even say for maintaining the quality of life. Human resource mobility, therefore, represents far more than the movement of people from one place to another. It is about connecting aspirations with opportunities. It is about linking talent with demand. It is about creating pathways through which individuals can contribute to economic progress. And this is the bottom line. It is both economic growth and social well-being that we are talking about. Now, India's vision for mobility is not limited to facilitating overseas employment opportunities. We, in fact, view mobility as a very important pillar of international cooperation. These partnerships are based on mutual benefit, shared responsibility, and long-term sustainability. When managed effectively, such partnerships create value for the source countries, for the destination countries, for employers, for workers, for communities. We also recognize the need for bilateral collaborations in ensuring safe, orderly, and legal migration. As on date, India has signed 28 migration and mobility partnership agreements or their equivalents with 26 countries, and several others are currently under negotiation. Equally important is the collective responsibility of nations to combat illegal migration, exploitative practices, fraudulent intermediaries, and human trafficking. These challenges compromise the credibility of legal mobility ecosystems and can place vulnerable individuals at risk. One key pillar which has brought about a transformation in the governance of migration has been the use of digital systems and tools. Just 2 years back, we had launched eMigrate version 2 platform with better functionalities and services, creating a safer, more transparent and legal structure for mobility. India's commitment to safe and legal mobility is reflected in the e-Migrate platform, and since its inception, more than 50 lakh, that is 5 million immigration clearances have been issued. This digital ecosystem has become a global example of leveraging technology to protect migrant workers while facilitating mobility. As we now look towards the future, several emerging trends deserve our attention. Advances in artificial intelligence and automation are expected to transform labor markets across many geographies and many sectors. While some occupations may undergo significant change, entirely new categories of employment will also emerge. The green economy will create demands for new skills and capabilities. But as I said, the orthodox demands also continue. Healthcare and caregiving services will become especially important with aging populations. So the silver economy is as important as the tech one. These developments require governments, industry, educational institutions and international organizations to work much closely than they have ever done before. We must develop mechanisms that anticipate future workforce requirements. We must strengthen systems that support continuous learning and skill adaptation. We must also facilitate greater recognition of qualifications and competencies across jurisdictions. Above all, we must ensure that workers are prepared not just for today's opportunities, but also for the demands of tomorrow. The welfare and the protection of our people obviously remains the fundamental guiding principle of our migration governance. The ICWF, the Indian Community Welfare Fund, responsive consular services, and our mother e-Migrate and other portals, by addressing the grievances, have helped ensure timely assistance to our national overseas. The Human Resource Mobility Forum provides an important platform to advance all these objectives by bringing together policymakers, industry leaders, employers and practitioners. The forum creates opportunities to exchange ideas, learn from experiences and explore new approaches towards mobility. Such a dialogue, I believe, is essential because the opportunities and challenges associated with mobility transcend national boundaries. No country can address them in isolation, and no department within the government similarly can do it alone. We have today chosen 5 countries, I believe, for detailed discussion on deepening collaborations which already exist based on mobility agreements which we have signed in the recent past. The emphasis here would be to discuss the ways by which mobility agreements which have been signed and the implementation mechanisms that are envisaged may be put to good use for our mutual benefit. India stands ready to work with its partners around the world in advancing our shared vision. We believe that trusted mobility pathways can contribute to stronger economies, to more resilient societies, and to deeper international cooperation. We believe that mobility, when guided by fairness and responsibility, can really serve as a powerful force for inclusive growth and human progress. I am confident that the Human Resource Mobility Forum will generate valuable insights, will strengthen partnerships, and will contribute meaningfully to our collective efforts in shaping the future of global talent mobility. So I wish the forum every success, and I look forward to your productive deliberations and meaningful outcomes and I'm sure that your insights and recommendations would help us in our policy making. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.